Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing some clips on my Mythic rally trap. So the first clip here was going to be against HEY. If you didn't see the previous video on this trap, I capped them 3 or 4 times in the previous video, so this is a couple days after that. So they are just testing my front line. I actually think they know it's me, so keep in mind, in this clip here, in the back of my head, I think they know I am a trap. So everything I do in this trap, or in this trapping video, or this clip, is me coming at it at the point of view of me thinking they know I'm a trap and what they'll do because of that. So in this situation, since I know they know that it's me, if I do swap my formation, I'm not going to swap to what's countering what they're testing. I'm going to swap to what they think I would switch to, or what the counter what they think I would swap to. So in this situation, if I'm, let's say, baiting in Cav, they would think I would switch to infantry, so I'm not going to switch to infantry to counter them. I'm actually going to switch to range because I believe they probably send a Cav blast against infantry because that's what they think I'll switch to. So keep that in mind when you're watching this video. That's in the back of my mind. Also, there's a good chance they will carpet if they think I'm a trap, so keeping that in mind, I'm going to be putting on the gear very quickly on this one, because in the previous clip, if you saw, they carpeted very fast. It hit me within a couple seconds with the amount of carpets they use, so I have that in the back of my mind as well. Last time they carpeted me super hard, so I'm going to be throwing my war gear on extra early, trying to counter what the counter basically of them. So like I said, I was sitting in Cav. If they think I'm online, they would assume I'm going to swap to infantry, so they'll send Cav. So what I'm going to do is swap to range instead of infantry. So, so I know it's confusing, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, you can see the rally lead here. It's going to be BECSR. Decent rally lead, not as good as the rally lead that hit me last time, which was pretty much a max Castle Star rally lead. This guy only has 14 Castle Star, 14 Castle Stars, I believe, on this, so it's probably way easier. Obviously, it's gonna be way easier than someone who has 160 Castle Stars. But I think he still has full Mythic gear and all that, so he's still a pretty decent lead. So I'm just watching to see the timer coming in right now, just keeping an eye on that, making sure it's going to be on time, so when I know when to swap. Since I had like I said, I'm going to be swapping very early on in this clip, so I'm not going to wait for the thing to march. I'm just going to swap my gear right away, try to get that counter off, and go from there. So again, a couple seconds away, I'm just going to throw the gear on right away, check out what they're sending. It is Cav. They actually didn't carpet this one, so I'm actually okay. I've already countered what they're sending. My thought process worked out fine. I did counter the counter, and it worked out totally good. So I was able to cap that really easily. He only did 859k. I believe this guy only has 1 Pack 5 Familiar, though, and they only sent 600k Tier 5. So, decent gear. He's got tempered level 60 stuff and stuff like that. Full Mythic, but looking at his send, he only sent 1 Pack 5 Familiar. Wasn't a ton of Tier 5, so really didn't do that much damage. Even with that, they still ended up doing, what was it, 479k. No, wait, that was my front line. 379k with Pack 5 Familiar, so if you had 2 of those, Pack 5 still would have did around 700k. Keep that in mind while watching this. So if he had both of those, he probably would have did 1.1 million instead of 800k damage, but thankfully he didn't have 2 Pack 5s. I got the saves of my troops. Sanctuary probably saved most of the rest, so I lost probably like 20 to 40k troops on this rally. So I'll take that any day. Yeah, because I don't think my Sanctuary was full, or maybe it was full. So maybe I lost like 80k troops on that rally. But I mean, 80k Tier 2. It's nothing when they're losing like 900k Tier 4 or whatever it is. So I'll take that trade any day. So pretty awesome. Yeah, you can see my comp is a little bit smaller at this time. I also didn't have the Mythic Champ in my set at this time either, because again, this is a continuation of the previous one. I didn't put the Mythic Champ in my set until recently, and I haven't released those clips yet. Those will be coming out soon. Anyways, moving on. This is actually in a new kingdom. This is going to be against UV. You can see here, this guy has 160 castle stars, which I think was max castle stars at the time. It was either 160 or 165 was max at that time. I think it's 175 now. So they've added a couple castle skins in between this and now. This guy is actually rallying me. He knows I'm online because I think I joined a rally in front of them, and they decided to set a rally on me while this was happening. So if you guys are wondering why I'm able to switch gears and stuff like that, it's because I'm not baiting offline. I'm online in Fury, so they're just going in for the rally on me from that. I believe my comp might be bigger now than the previous clip. I think I have almost 10 million more troops, so a little bit more beefier. Not quite like as big as I am now, but still quite a bit more beefier than I was in the first clip, because I knew we were coming to a new kingdom, and I decided to make more troops for that. So anyways, so that's basically the difference between the first one and this one. My gear is the same, have not done the upgrades, still missing the Mythic Champ piece and the Mythic Cup, which I currently have on the set. So again, same situation here. I could actually technically port to a corner because they know I'm in Fury and they know I'm online, so I can port, but I decided not to. I thought this distance was okay as long as they're not really good with their carpets. I should have enough time to counter, because personally I can usually counter within like 3 to 5 seconds. If I'm right on top of it, switch my gear fast enough, and just watching the watchtower, I can do it in 3 seconds. If I gotta put the gear on and then check the watchtower, it's more like 5 seconds to actually counter, so because it takes a couple extra seconds to put the gear on. This one, again, I was just making sure that the timers are gonna be on time, or do I have to actually like guess when the time's coming in? Because that's the hardest thing as a rally trap, is if they have a timer and you don't know when they're going to actually send the rally, you're waiting to throw your warrior on, you're just like holding it. Again, that's it. Anyways, there's a couple seconds left. Here comes the rally. It's coming in right now. Just gonna throw in the war gear. Check the thing. Again, they're not really carpeting, so I have all the time in the world to counter. I'm just gonna port away. So that's basically it. Again, I hit the random, but didn't random the first time, unfortunately. So had my war gear on a couple more seconds than I wanted it. So they probably saw it. So again, probably didn't want to go in for a second rally. They did end up BlackWinging me here. You can see there's 1.1 million tier 5 in the rally. It did, what was it, like 776k to my front line, but the Pack 5 familiars did over 1 million. So again, this guy much stronger than the previous guy, like by a lot. And again, he did have double Pack 5 familiars, but even with that, he's doing probably almost double the damage as of the other guy, just based on all that. Pack 5s did at least, was it like 300k more equivalent, because the other guy would have did 700k if he had 2 Pack 5s, where this guy was doing 300k more than that, so 1 million damage. And the blast itself did almost double, because the other guy did 4 something, not quite double, but you know, like 60 or 80% more. So anyways, so 1.7 mil reds. A lot of that did go to my sanctuary, so that's actually okay. You can see they did use the bunny and the Blackwing familiar. If you guys don't know what Blackwing does, it basically just kills all your troops in your infirmaries. It doesn't actually kill any of the troops that normally go to the sanctuary, so that's why it's not really good to use it against traps. If it was a rain trap, or if I was a rain trap with like a tier 4 or tier 5 frontline, like Blackwing makes sense, but in this situation it's kind of a waste, just because he's killing 600k extra tier 2 for the 120k gems he's spending. It's not really that worth it, honestly. So if you're going to be using Blackwing, save them for like Wonder Wars, or if you have the person's comp and you know they're a rain trap, then use it then, because you can get a lot more reds and a lot more tier 4 reds doing it that way, where he's basically just killing 600k of my tier 2, and the rest of it still goes to the sanctuary, by the way, if you guys don't know that. Any troops that don't end up in your infirmaries don't get affected by the Blackwing, they just end up in the sanctuary, so I get them all back. So it's not worth it anyways, back to that. So yeah, I did switch my name to Rebuild Time because I'm trying to get them to rally me again, be like, oh, that hurt me a lot, go for it again. I think at that point they saw my gear and I was like, god damn it. Because a lot of times, that's why it's good to actually sometimes have a good fake set, like the 11k hero trap, where you have that fake set where it's not full mythic, it's just like gold and stuff like that, and then you actually put that on for single rallies. You can get actually a second rally after that. But on these like full mythic rally traps, when they see your gear, they're like, I don't want to rally that again. So that's pretty much it after. So yeah, so since he got his leader back, you don't get to see the gear there, but you can see the damage here. Yeah, they sent pretty much half and half tier 5, tier 4. He's double pack 5 familiars, some pay to play blast heroes as well. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the rally trapping video. I will have some more clips coming out, don't worry, I just have them saved up. I'm just going to slowly release them while I switch kingdoms, because I don't like releasing them while I'm in that kingdom, because obviously that kind of messes up the trapping. If you release a video, then everyone knows it's you, they just don't hit you anymore. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.